Oh no. I have an idea. So, who likes lasers? And that's an instant victory, Nora. It's only a single victory, but even then, it adds up. Especially since this is a fairly cheap hyper by hyper's standards. And... oh boy. Actually, this means another 2 victories, because I could do this. I get 4 shots. And voila! There are no players on the map currently, except for me. Part of the tactics of this game is knowing when you should power creep and when you shouldn't. Fuck. Triple fuck. Ida is one of those power creep type characters. She can start out with stars normas, but if you build her deck set correctly, then you can essentially creep your way up to victories, immediately switch over to victory norma, and steamroll the rest of the map. It depends, though. And unfortunately, I'm in a bit of a bad situation. Sure, I've got 4 Norma, but everyone's clustered around one another and that can change in 3 seconds. Hell, one of the CPUs is already at 3 Norma and can get another. Good luck to our current Pete. Ooh, that's gonna suck. You might be able to dodge that. The defense was probably the better option, though. That one you could easily dodge. The defense evasion mechanic is risk-reward, essentially. You can defend to reduce the amount of damage you take, but the minimum amount that you'll ever take is 1. Alternatively, you could choose to dodge all damage, but if you fail to dodge, you suffer the entire amount. Am I getting nothing but 1s? I'm getting nothing but 1s. I'm getting nothing but 1s. Oh no. And with our Pete here having 3 cards available, that's looking nutty. Pete's down. Finally. No. Scary solicitation. Forces players to drop stars, and for every multiple of 15 they drop, they're given a card. Oh fuck. Extraordinary specs. All rolls become 6. For a single turn, all rolls become 6. Very deadly card. Do I want to risk the lottery? I mean, I could. I hate my luck. Cherry tag! Let's not. I could, but let's not. because she was still under the effects of the hyper. I'd still have to deal with 6s. I don't think I want to deal with 6s. Let's try a long distance shot and chip at... You know what? Let's do some robot bullying. Or android bullying, I should say. Oh no! Oh, you have my dick! What is with these 6s?! What is with these 6s? Get me the next Norma. What? Full chaos mode. Let's go fighting. Cause, again, Iru can do power creep like that. And I think the boss was at 5 or 4 HP? Depending on the situations, I can turn this into an instant victory. Not to mention, I have a little time to mess around. Because the only other player that is within victory range is Suguri, and I effectively robbed her blind. Oh no! I am so sorry, Christiel. You are kinda screwed. Enjoy your 6s. No. Okay, 4 and low. That's not low. This sucks. Okay, this really sucks. Critical. Very critical. But if I could get some seagulls and kill myself with seagulls, that'd be really nice. The shop manager actually dodged. That's amazing. The shop manager actually dodged. Oh no. I mean, technically it's not a bad idea. But I don't necessarily need stars. So you know what? Let's chip down the boss again. 3. I'm fine with perishing, mostly because I have it set to win more. Stars come and go. Victories? Not so much. Actually, I don't think there is even a card that can remove victories. And I think the moment that one does get introduced, everything's gonna go topsy-turvy. At least for right now, this game is in season 2 of its run. And so far, the first 2 characters are interesting. Wanderer and, I don't remember the other character's name. Yeah. Provided I'm able to kill the boss, it's really great for me. If the others can chip it down, well, even better. My butt. My butt's not looking safe. My butt's not looking safe. 'Cause, Sora's still got a card, and that could be anywhere from a cookie to, hey, I'ma take your butt. And I won't know until her current turn. 2, I said 2 is in a countdown, not 2 is in a roll, but I'll take it. Yeah, and actually, fighting Suguri is a bad idea too, because 3 cards. But you know what? I'm full of bad ideas. Yeah, you know what? Fight her. And just in case, I'm on fire. Ugh! Ties for evasion go to the attacker. Right side though. Up to 12 victory Norma. So I think... Okay, 14, sorry. So at this point, if the other 2 get low enough on HP, I can essentially just whip out my dick and say goodnight to the match. I could whip out my dick and say goodnight to the match no matter what now. At this point, I could just say, yeah, I don't need to worry about you, boss. I could just whip out my dick and leave it at that. So you know what? I think I will. Because this is 5 guaranteed damage right now. If I get a kill, that's another victory Norma. Well, Twitch had better like it. I mean, if they decide to dox people for using S to the imp, then at this point, I'm just gonna do whatever. Actually, it's probably a bad idea for me to whip out my other photon rifle, so let's just play some chickies. That sucks. Oh, that really sucks. I'm screwed. Actually, I might not be. Thanks, game. Game gave me hope. You never want to see that. The moment the game makes you hope, you immediately know something's gonna go wrong. Ugh. Oh gods, I want to cry now. That's heart-wrenching. Oh, that's really heart-wrenching. I pissed this away then. All because I wanted to get fancy and get a photon rifle kill. Because at this point, even if I revive, Sora is gonna win this. No one's gonna be able to stop Sora at this point. I have to hope that Suguri can whip her, and she won't. So now I gotta hope for a 2, and it's over. CPU wins. Rest in peace. Oh well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna tick up the speed to 4, cause... Three still feels a little slow for me. Aww. what are my dailies? Play 5 games, Pete or Dangerous Yuki? I mean, I could. I believe Charity was the one that gives cards. Oh, there we are. I might wait for a third person. Just in case. Okay, this person's fine with that. Thank you, you. See, on dailies, either use Pete or Dangerous Yuki. The latter we haven't seen. That's because Dangerous Yuki is an interesting case. I have her. Oh, hey. So let's change to her. I believe Dangerous Yuki is toward this side. There she is. Dangerous Yuki is a trapper. Her archetype is trap lane. And I didn't get into this, but there are a whole bunch of archetypes of characters in this game. There are fighters, there are looters, there are trappers, survivalists. Yeah, actually. A kitten that is with a Glock. Kitten's armed with a neutral special. Start running. I mean it, start running. Normally, the standard Yuki is a fighter. She's got 2 attack power, I believe -1 defense and 0 evasion with 5 HP. Dangerous Yuki, on the other hand, is another matter altogether. Because again, she's a trapper character. But she's an interesting trapper character. As you can see here, well, you might not be able to read the font, but essentially every time I'm able to lay down a pudding trap and someone triggers it, then I get a victory norma. 4-3 finally released a music video for Northern Lights? Wow, that took a long time then. To them, nice work. They managed to crank it up before Flash decided to, well, retire. Yeah, I can't really use the Norma. So let's go get some cards. Completion reward? That's a new one. I've never seen that card. Gain 7 stars for every try. Oh no! No! Oh no! Oh no! Someone's fueling me now! Someone else has that set? Oh jeez. But yeah, like, Dangerous Yuki's whole gimmick revolves around cards with the name, with pudding in the name. If I'm able to have someone land on a trap, then I can get a victory Norma. Mind you, I have to be the one to lay it in order to get that victory Norma. And she actually gains reduced victory Normas from battle anyway. Her hyper pretty much just lets her search the deck for trap cards and then lay them immediately. It's a very deadly hyper if you know how to use it. Also on the field, we've got Kai. I should probably greet. There we go. And you know what? Just throw out the completion reward because it's not as useful for right now. Arbits! Not that useful. Right, Kai has Protagonist's Privilege. He's one of the few original characters of Orange Juice. 1 attack power, 5 health, no other specialties for his stats. He's an all-arounder who slightly leans to battle, especially with his hyper, which is Protagonist's Privilege. When under the effects of Protagonist's Privilege, for 2 chapters, well, 2 cycles of turns, rather, the moment he initiates battle, he is the only one allowed to attack. With the right setup, it can be very dangerous to enemies. Unfortunately, he doesn't exactly have the stats to support that danger immediately. You'd need additional setup for that. So usually you'd want to have cards like Little War and set that up ahead of time, just so he can get off a Protagonist's Privilege and shut down opponents. Probably shouldn't be using Nice Jingle. Ooh. That's actually really good. Actually, this is my first time seeing Amel. I think she's a new character. So let's see here. You can see the card on the top of the deck when holding her hyper. Gain one of the following effects depending on the top card. Oh wow, that's really cool! So, provided she has her hyper, she can see the top card. When she vents her hyper, she gains a stat boost temporarily. Useful. Let's throw out Nice Jingle. Yeah, she is a bit of a gambler. I could see a few different situations where she could be a good sweeper if you have the right card at the top. That being usually an event or actually any non-boost card, really. Boost is useful if she wants to seed, but other than that, it's only okay. Actually, while I'm at it, play this. Because again, I gain less victory norma from battle, so I want to be causing havoc. The finest of havoc, if you will. As for the last character, Elisharon. What is that? I need to take a turn before I see that. What? I should at least try to get the next Norma. So let's see. When battling an opponent, gain with more than 1 attack power, gain evasion. If they have more than 2 attack power, gain an additional evasion. Whoa! That effectively makes her a counter character. Like, with that type of setup, she could be an effective sieger. And her hyper can only be used at normal level 3, costs... I believe it was 15 or 30. Roll a die and move triple the amount. Deal damage to the result? What? What the heck happened here? Oh, she's using her buff. Oh no. I didn't realize that her card was a battle card. That actually makes it even more deadly. Cause that means you can essentially bank an ult whenever you want, and then be like, yeah, I'm a head out. And Jonathan coming in with the big ones. I could fight here, but do I want to? And I don't. Actually, I wouldn't be able to anyway. Glock John. Actually, yeah, I don't even gain Victory Norma from battle, so there's no point in me fighting. Right, back to the new hyper. Let's see here. Deal damage equals the result in each unit you pass during the move. If they're KO'd, gain wins as though from battle. Turn ends after the effect. Weird. Yeah, I'm stopping at home. No, I'm not fighting you. And let's keep with the stars, Norma. So by the look of it, we have a fighter, an all-arounder, a trapper, and another all-arounder, I guess. And it's probably not a good idea for me to use Evil Mastermind right now. Maybe when I move off my base. Accelerating Sky. Excuse me? Yeah, no. No, I don't want to use Accelerating Sky. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. You fighting me. Oh, you have increased attack power, don't you? Defense. Eh? I mean, go ahead with that. That's not really much of an issue. If anything, I would have said maybe you should save that hyper. But more importantly, let's lay down Tragedy in the Dead of the Night. And... Alright, so next turn, I should be able to use Evil Mastermind and lay down a whole bunch of traps. Because if I remember correctly, Evil Mastermind is draw 3 cards. If there are any traps, you lay them immediately with all the other traps in your hand. And I have effectively made a money. They are everywhere. And provided I keep getting hypers, I keep getting traps. And there's a Victory Norma. I even get to steal a card because it's Tragedy in the Dead of the Night. And I get Exchange. Oh, no. This could be a very dangerous trap. I'll lay it. Exchange is the big middle finger. Lay that, and not only do the positions of you and your opponent change, but the cards in your hands and the stars that you own also do. In a pinch, it can completely reverse a situation. Yeah, it's effectively pocket chance time, provided someone lands on it. But the question is, will someone land on it? Yeah, another Arbits. Lame. I don't exactly need the defense from Arbits, because I'm not gonna be fighting whenever possible. I'm here to cause havoc, and you're going to deal with it. Whee! Would be nice if I can get another card. But sure. That's kind of a meh. Just keep with the stars, Norma. So at the end of this turn, boss comes out. See, current field effects. Oh, Mind Lair. What? I'm sorry, what? Scrambled Eve. All players return their hands to the deck, and the deck is shuffled. Gain 5 stars for every retired card. Thanks. I'm sorry, what? Play one randomly chosen battle card, including Hypers. Oh no.